Dear Sister in Christ, I'm writing you this letter to encourage you in the faith. John Andrews was a devout man of God and worked alongside my family as founders of the SDA Church. John and his family had moved to Waukon, Iowa. In their excitement for cultivating the new land, they began to lose sight of God and God's purpose for him. I received a vision that John and his family, along with other SDA families, were losing their love for God and maybe even eternity. I was very upset, and I knew I must go with my husband, James, to see them. It was winter time in Illinois where we lived, and it was snowing everywhere. We knew if we wanted to reach Iowa, we would have to go across the broad Mississippi River. It had melted and frozen over many times already, and the local people warned us not to cross it. The people who attempted to cross it had always failed, they warned. I was still very determined and pressed on. My faith in God and His purpose was all I needed. The people watched us cross. I knew the God of Israel who parted the Red Sea would surely take care of us. The ice made some cracking sounds, but we crossed safely with God's protecting hand. When we arrived in Waukon, we held some meetings to inspire the Advent believers in Waukon. Some responded to the message quicker than others, but slowly they all began to get back on the path to eternity, including John and his family. John Andrews was a powerful instrument for God and kept his faith through many rough times. He later lost his wife Angeline, leaving him with their children to care for. Charles was 14 years old and Mary was only 10 years old. Raising them was tough alone, but he didn't lose faith in God's care for him. Soon after, he was called to minister in Europe. He and his children stayed in Switzerland for a while and worked hard to learn the language. He was determined to spread the message of Christ's second coming and the seventh-day Sabbath. He started a paper for this reason and called it the Signs of the Times. He worked to present an error-free paper and once put in an accent that was missing a word on 3,000 papers by hand. Mary also helped him with the paper ministry, and it was a tragedy when she died from tuberculosis. John also died from tuberculosis at the age of 54. Despite his life's hardship, he never lost his faith in Christ and led many others to him. Sincerely, Helen White.